Let's bring in our political editor, Andrew Clennell. Now, Andrew, the nation's politicians are also eagerly awaiting this decision because clearly it has major political implications. What is the expectation of the government here?
Well, the worst kept secret in Australia is we're about to see a rate cut, Ash, and Ed Boyd's even being mobbed by the sound of things in central Sydney about it, our business reporter. But I don't have any doubt that the cut's on the way. They let the cameras in, Ash. Why else would they be? They wouldn't be doing that for bad news, I think, this morning. So, the market expectation says a lot. Generally, there's a leak to the market if it's not happening to temper expectations. And there is a view in government that they will be stunned and appalled, frankly, if there isn't a rate cut this afternoon. In fact, at the most senior levels of government, my understanding is they believe rates should have been cut in December. Now, what does this mean in terms of election timing? A hell of a lot, I'm led to believe. If there's a rate cut today, there's every chance Anthony Albanese will be going the Governor-General in about 2 to 3 weeks' time, maybe even 2 weeks' time. He won't be going there in a week's time, I've been reporting, because that would intersect too much with the WA election. And, of course, they'll get this decision and they'll go away and poll it. Nothing is set in stone. But if there's no rate cut, I don't think we'll see an election till May, quite possibly. But again, that's up in the air. But picture this, Ash, a situation. There's a rate cut today. There's an election called about March 2 for April 5. Well, guess what? There's a Reserve Bank meeting that we'll be covering on around April the 1st or 2nd, I think it is. Could they get 2 rate cuts before an election? That is the dream of the government. Not sure they can get that lucky, can they? Anthony Albanese was on radio this morning. He's kept it pretty low-key. Apart from that, we'll hear from Jim Chalmers later. But he also wanted to talk up something they don't get any credit for, record low unemployment of 4%. And I guess when everyone's prices on just about everything have gone up 15% in the past 3 years, it's hard to get that unemployment message out. But it would be a rare thing to see a government voted out with 4% unemployment. They're teetering on the edge of that potentially happening, though. Here was the Prime Minister this morning.
We respect the independent decision that they will make. What our job has been to do is to get inflation down. We've done that. It had a 6 in front of it when we came to office. It's now down to a headline rate of 2.4 within the band that the RBA aims for. But they'll make a decision based upon the economics, not based upon any politics. The economy has continued to grow. We've created more jobs than any government since Federation. And importantly, I think something I'm really proud of is that we have the lowest average unemployment rate of any government in the last 50 years.
And the head of the ACTU, Sally McManus, was up this morning essentially making that point that's been made to me by senior members of the government that there should have been a rate cut earlier, December. People at the top of the government believe.
We're here to urge the RBA to cut interest rates. They need to join with the rest of Team Australia in doing the right thing. RBA absolutely should have cut interest rates last year. They have waited too long. If they make a decision today not to cut interest rates, it would be a dire mistake.
And I'd like to see the smile on Jim Chalmers' face, the Savo, if indeed rates are cut, the first one since late 2020, Ash.
Yes, and the Treasurer to hold a news conference in just under an hour's time, so we won't have long to wait to see the Treasurer's reaction to this big decision. Andrew, you'll be joining us as well, obviously, for our live coverage when that decision happens. So we'll see you again shortly. Thank you.